Continuing about averages, we said that if we have a group of numbers and we're trying to find the mean, we add the values and divide by the number of values. So if someone had these 5 test scores, we would add them and then we would divide by the number of values. That would be 5. And we'd say this person's mean or average test score is 70.4. But notice that out of those 5 scores, 4 of them are above this average and only 1 of them is below. That doesn't seem to make sense. I didn't make any score that was 70.4 or even close to it. I didn't make a score that was within 10 points of that. In fact, 4 out of 5 of my grades were more than 10 points higher than that. But this one low score dragged my mean down. All right? Now, we said that the median is found by looking at the middle score, isn't it? So if we arrange them in order and we have an odd number of values, then this middle score is the median, and that makes a little more sense, doesn't it? Because half my scores were above that and half my scores were below that. And that's always true with the median. Half your scores, half your values will be above it, half your values will be below it, because it means middle. Notice that it doesn't matter what this lowest score is now. This lowest score could be a 0 or it could be an 81, and my median would still be the same. So the outliers don't have the effect on the median that they do on the mean. So let's say that this were a 20 again. We have a third kind of average. Our first one that is the one that most people normally mean when they say the word average. The second one is median, and the third one is called mode. The mode of a group of values is the value that's repeated the most times, the value that occurs more often than anything else. So in this set of values, is there a value that occurs more often than anything else? Yes, it's 82. It occurs twice, no other value occurs more than once. So in this situation, the mode would be 82 because it occurs more often. But what if we had a situation like this? I'm going to erase my mean because it's not the same now. If we had a situation like this would still be the median, wouldn't it? But now we would say we have 2 modes. We have modes at 85 and at 82.
So the answer would be 2 modes.
That's right.
Choose one or the other.
You would say, if someone says, what's the mode of this? We would say, there are modes at 82 and 85. Okay, so there can be multiple modes. Also, let's say every value occurred twice. You had 100 values and they all occurred twice or they all occurred once. Then we would say no mode. Okay? Yes, if no value occurs more often than any other value, there is no mode. Okay? Now, be careful in using this term because no mode is different from saying 0. Because a 0 mode would be a situation like this, where we had 7 scores and we made 0 more often than anything else. That would have a mode of 0. And that's different from saying it has no mode. It's like the difference between saying, I have a 0 balance in my bank account, that would be the 0, or saying, I don't have a bank account, that would be the no mode. Okay, so that's sort of a good summary, I hope, of mean, median, and mode.